Finish him.
Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Hit that like and subscribe button. The title of the article reads, I consider Tyson Fury a con artist. These are Deontay Wilder's words. And you know, the minute I saw this article, I had to pull it up, read the article, and dissect it, and give you guys my honest opinion on the situation. And you know what? Since this fight's coming soon, we might have to get on Deontay Wilder every day this week, and next week, and the week after that, and the week before the fight. Because why not? Easy target. Both of them are. But since he wants to call Tyson Fury a con man, I got some things to say about that. Now, not only does he say he's a con man, but he puts on boring fights and hasn't done anything in his career since he beat an old Vladimir Klitschko. An old Vladimir Klitschko. Let's touch on that exact phrase. Last I heard, you beat up an old Luis Ortiz, who probably wouldn't even be able to give you a birth certificate that's 100% authentic. Now, I try not to get on Wilder about his record. Well, actually, you had to, because I really don't care. But I try not to get on him about the opposition he's faced, about Luis Ortiz specifically, a guy who's never won a world championship in his career ever. But that's beside the point, right? You said Vladimir Klitschko was old, finished, done. However, he has such a long reign as champion. You can only hope to accomplish the things that he's done because you've only won one belt in your career. You haven't unified any titles. So what does that mean for you if you say that he's beating up on these old, washed-up fighters in Vladimir Klitschko? So you beat up an old, washed-up Luis Ortiz, a guy who's taking blood pressure medication, diuretics, a guy who's in his 50s with a high top fade. I mean, it doesn't get any cheaper than that, does it? Let's continue on in this article. I mean, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are obviously facing off in this rematch at the MGM Grand live in Las Vegas. Now, in their last meet, it was a draw. I had Tyson Fury winning the fight. Some of you had Deontay Wilder winning the fight. The judges call it a draw. Controversial fight indeed, right? But I wouldn't call Tyson Fury a boring fighter at all. In fact, he brings something to the heavyweight division that a lot of fighters don't. His movement, so fluid. His ability to outbox his opponents. His ability to get hit and not get hit. Or, in the case of the last fight he was in against Otto Whalen, where he had this gash open up on his face. But things happen, right? Styles make fights, right? That's not to say that in his rematch against Deontay Wilder, he's going to look really bad and get knocked out. But I have my own thoughts about that fight, and we'll get to that shortly. But I'm really just a little bit peeved by the fact that Deontay Wilder is calling someone a con man when Deontay Wilder's whole career has been a con. He's conning the people. He says so much that I guess he forgets what he says sometimes. Shouldn't Deontay Wilder be the biggest name in the sport of boxing right now? But the biggest name in the sport of boxing is a guy who's retired, who's been retired, and everybody hates him. Still on the Forbes list. Is Deontay Wilder on the Forbes list? Is Deontay Wilder selling millions and millions of pay-per-views? No, he's not. But we're not talking about that right now. Now, the rematch, I mean, Wilder, he shook. He's already talking about a trilogy, So what does that tell you? That tells you that he's not really prepared for this fight. In my opinion, he has a really good chance at beating Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has a really good chance at beating him. Honestly, Tyson Fury's keys to victory are to take this fight seriously and to not joke around in the ring. Like, he was joking around in the ring. He was putting his hands behind his back. He didn't conserve that energy, man. He said that he's going to knock Deontay Wilder out within 2 rounds. That's unlikely. It's unlikely. But he can fight the perfect fight so long as he's focused. No joking around. Now, the last time he fought Deontay Wilder, he was coming off a long hiatus, coming off 2 bum fights. Let's be honest. He was coming off 2 bum fights. He was fat, losing weight, dropped all the weight, came back off the drug addiction, off the psychosis, and made Deontay Wilder look awful in that ring. His saving grace being the 2 knockdowns that he got. And the second knockdown, people said that they should have counted Fury out, but he rose from the ground like the Undertaker and continued on. They called it a draw. Hey, call it however you see it, man. I'm not a judge. They're the judges. I'm trying to pull up the rest of this article. You know, your boy Deontay Wilder is full of shit. I just can't believe this guy. Like, this is the man that y'all praise. And I praise none of these gentlemen. I praise none of them. I'm nobody's fan. I like the sport of boxing. Okay? I enjoy the sport of boxing. That's how we leave that. Now, Deontay Wilder had a few more choice things to say about, Tyson Fury. He thinks he's a boring fighter. I think they're both, honestly, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are entertaining fighters, in my opinion. I like to watch people get knocked out. I like to see them get hurt in the ring. I mean, that's the whole point of boxing, right? They get on Tyson Fury for calling himself the lineal champion, but there's no lineal belt. But it's more than just having a belt. It's about who he beat. He beat the man, right? Ultimately, AJ ended up with those belts, but Tyson Fury is still the lineal champion. He has not lost. So technically, he's the man, if you really think about it. But they say Fury got a nice career in WWE after he leaves, which maybe he does, but, this ain't no easy fight, Wilder. Like, Wilder think this shit about to be an easy fight. It's not. Because you had trouble landing the right, and I get it. The right always lands. So Fury better train hard if he wants to win this fight. He's got to take it serious. He's got to stop joking around. But Wilder's getting older and them little hands is getting brittle. We don't know what kind of shape he's in. We don't know what type of shape he's in. For a guy who calls another man a con artist, saying that he's fighting bums, what did Deontay Wilder do his entire career? He fought nothing but bums. And then he's high off this win over Luis Ortiz, and I've given this man credit time after time, but you don't call somebody else a con artist when you are the con artist of the heavyweight division. He's the con artist of the heavyweight division, man. He ain't the man. He's fighting the man. Stop running from Dylan White, too. Stop running from that troll. Just go fight him and take care of him, I heard Deontay Wilder want to be the franchise champion at heavyweight, but hey, that's just what I heard. Anyway, Hitman Boxing, drop a comment, like the video. This guy's a nose ring, man. I don't know what to make of the guy. Like, come on, man. Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz, February 22nd. Drop your predictions. And do you really think Tyson Fury is a con man when he's facing the ultimate con man? Deontay, bronze bomber. Like, that's 3rd place. You're not even in 1st place, bro. The bronze bomber Wilder. Hitman Boxing, drop a comment, like the video. I'm still blocked by Wilder. He been shook at Hitman Boxing. He don't want no smoke, And his people don't want no smoke either. Hitman Boxing, I'm out.